Welcome, everybody. Sorry, we're just a few minutes late. I blame Auburn. No, I got home and was feeling kind of tired, and I laid down, and guess what? I went to sleep. So here I go, and I get a call from Auburn. Hey, we gonna do a show? I was like, oh shoot. So running a little bit late. So hey, everybody, welcome to Play or Pass, the show that will review movies, and we're gonna call this the Auburn special because Auburn picked 24 movies this week for us to watch. So I
and
hope
for
everybody
next week
watched.
too, because I'm
And
tortured.
yes,
I love to torture everyone.
I hope everyone watches all 24 last week and this week.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm close. I'm close on next week already.
Yeah, so this is a free for all. So we got 24 movies this week, and there are some big name movies in this week. So I think that some people may have watched them. So normally we review one movie. We have reviewed two, but this one we got 24 that may be up for review. What we'll do on the show is I'll go through the panel, and someone can pick a movie if they want to discuss that movie, and then we'll discuss that particular movie. Everyone can chime in on that movie, and then we can maybe move to the next movie, and we'll kind of just jump around because.
Well, do you want to open it up for everyone?
Yeah. And that was the other thing I was going to do.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and I'm going to grab copy this.
Link.
So
yeah,
and I'm going to post it over here in the chat. So if you watch the movies and you want to join the panel, you're more than welcome to join the panel. The URL is over in the side chat. You're welcome to jump in and discuss some of the movies. You didn't have to watch all 24. I think, let's see which.
It's the right one on the right.
That one. Yep. So we have numerous movies on here. You can see, go through the list there. You can see lots of movies. So if you've watched some of these movies and you would like to be part of the panel, you've got the link. And the only thing we do ask is that you've watched and you can discuss at least one of these movies. So got 24. So hopefully you've watched some. So we'll give it just a minute. I'll say hi to the panel, and again, ask her for forgiveness for being tardy to class. I was at school all day. I thought, I learned a lesson. This was the only class that I was tardy to today.
Oh, sure it was.
I was on time to all my classes today. So hopefully everyone in the panel is doing well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hotline.
Well,
no,
even grabbing a special guest.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Charles.
What's up? What's up?
So we got that. So
Hey.
we'll give it a minute more, and then we'll run through the panel, and we'll let people choose it. Because I don't want to go through. Start at the top.
They're in they're in alphabetical order.
Okay,
so,
all right.
And
if nobody watched it other than you,
I'll explain on the movie, and we'll do it that way.
How do I get to that list?
It's in the
Telegram.
Yep. It's a second pinned thing on Telegram, I believe.
Yeah, in the player pass room.
So that means you didn't watch anything then, huh?
I watched some. I don't know. I can't see the whole list.
No, probably like me. You watched a bunch of them, and it's like, God, no, none of them were good enough that you remembered to watch them. These the list.
All right, let's go ahead. We'll get cranking on this. I'll go ahead and share. I'm gonna put this to the back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this back, and let me share.
Do you want me to get rid of the 19 for now, so we have room for people?
Yeah, do that, so I don't get confused. And what I'll do is I'll just share this. So I see. We'll start with a 1,000 Little Cuts.
Yes.
That was the first movie on the list because we're going to go alphabetical order. And again, we won't spend as much time as we normally do with a movie because we don't have time. So a 1,000 Little Cuts. I did not watch this movie. I don't know about anybody else.
I did, but if anyone out there in the side watched it, just put a number 1 out there, just so we know someone else watched it.
Okay.
1 if you watched it, 0 if you didn't.
Yeah. All right. So, anybody else on the panel watch this?
I did not.
Okay. So what you guys think? Thoughts? What's this about?
I like this movie.
Okay.
It was about a woman who was abused, and she had got you know beaten so bad pretty much that she didn't remember anything, and she basically woke up in a hospital. Um, it was pretty good. It was nobody that I knew, which is why I really liked it.
A chick
Um,
from Star Trek's in it.
oh, is she?
Yeah, Mira
Oh,
Skirtis.
is that where I seen her from before then?
Yeah, she was
Okay,
Counselor Troy on Star Trek
Okay.
yeah,
Generations.
Oh, okay.
okay. Uh, yeah, but it had a twist at the end,
Yeah.
which was good. That how they did it. And it was a good story. Um, I'm just seeing who watched it out there.
I watched it last night. I found the ending was very surprising. What
Yeah.
really could happen at the end? You know, I was like in a suspense until about the middle to the end. The beginning was a little bit slow, but I like.
Yeah, but it was slow. I'll give you that. That the beginning was slow, but the way they built up that story was really good on how they did it. Because if they were still giving you information, and you had to really like say, "Oh, I want to hear this" to find out what really is going on.
No,
Uh,
but she took a licking, but she kept on ticking.
she kept on taking.
Oh, that should be on every spousal abuse website.
It's like that shirt I got.
Yeah,
Oh,
The 10,000 baddest women.
yeah.
oh man. Yeah, that'll get us fans.
Hey, Leon. Leon watched it.
Okay.
He watched about 30 minutes, and he saw
Okay.
they were being abused, and he turned it off. I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was. But I like the way it turned out. I thought it was good, and the way how they explained the name of the movie, A Thousand Little Cuts. I don't want to give too much because if
Okay.
anyone else is going to sit there and say, oh well, it was a good movie. I don't know why. Well, it's only got a 4.9 there
Yeah.
because of 149 people watched
Yeah.
it.
So, all right. So before we move to the next one, so would you guys give this a play or a pass? The one you guys that watched it.
I'll give it a play.
Play. It's
Play.
a play for me
Okay.
too.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll jump into the next one. Along for the Ride. I did not watch this
No, I
one.
didn't watch it.
Didn't
Netflix
watch it.
movie.
I did. I watched it. Anybody out there in the side watched it?
Yeah. If you watched it, put a number 2, I guess.
No, put a 1. No,
A
number
1.
1.
All right. You want to put
Yeah,
1?
1
Okay.
if you watched it.
Yeah.
0
Yeah.
if you
And then
didn't.
well, you don't have to put anything. If
You don't have to
watch
put
it.
anything if you didn't watch it.
Along for the Ride. Okay.
Yeah.
Romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Or a drama romance.
A drama.
excuse me.
It was a drama romance, and it was more for kids.
Okay. Like teenagers.
Yeah, for teenagers. It was. I'm trying to. Oh! Now I remember it. Yes, it was a good teenage movie. No, because I have to look and see who's in it to remember the movie. But it was a good movie, for kids. For the teenagers, I'd say I guess 13 and up. I guess.
Okay.
It was had Dermot Mulroney was in it, I believe, and Kate Bosworth. Andy McDowell. Yeah, that was some names that you just wouldn't expect to see. But this girl, her mother is gets divorced from the father, and she goes to spend the summer working with her father, but the father is a dick sometimes, and she meets a new love out there, and it was a cute little story. If you know some kids that want to waste their time or spend their time watching something, they can watch that.
Okay. All right. You give it a play or a pass?
I give it a play. I gave it a play.
All right. Okay. So.
Because you know me, I'm.
Yeah. We know
I
you're a little.
spent
And that's
time
why.
on
Hey,
them.
I'll let you say that you gave it a play,
Yeah.
so people can judge.
Yeah, but yeah.
So the next one I had. Oh, here it is.
Bill
Bill Cosby Walking Free. I did watch most of this. I got through most of it, and then I stopped watching it. But it was more of a documentary.
Yeah,
So
it was 100% documentary.
Yeah.
And so
anybody out on the side watch it?
Yeah. Now with this, it was a documentary, but I also felt like you could see they were pro Bill Cosby on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was a pro Bill Cosby documentary
until the last 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it seemed to me also that they were. It almost felt like they didn't have licensing for a lot of stuff because you noticed that they would say, "Oh, the record," and they would just show the record, and they only played like little clips of stuff.
Yeah, like 30 seconds of the Noah bit, if that, maybe 20 seconds of the Noah bit. Right. Which is a great bit if you can find Bill Cosby himself, the record, the comedy album. Freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's from the 60s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was okay.
I have
like
some
again,
of that stuff
documentary.
on DVD. I believe. Yeah, I do. Because I do have a lot of his stuff on DVD when he was a lot younger. You know, in the 60s.
But I think it was the amount of people or the amount of women that came out saying, you know, they're accusing him. There's a lot of them that I wouldn't even touch with a 10-foot pole.
Right.
You know.
Well, that was 25 years after.
Right. Yes. That's exactly right.
Right. True. But still, you know, why does it take you 25 years to finally say something?
Yeah.
Because it's Bill Cosby. How are you gonna? You know.
All right. So,
he's America's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also these types of crimes. And again, I'm not a woman, but you know, I do know people that have been abused and had things happen. It creates a problem for them to be able to, number one, be able to say anything. And then if you think about, it's hard for just if it was a normal person that it had like a non-famous person that had done this attack to you, then multiply that if it's a famous person that did this, and then do you have proof, you know, and how do you prove these kind of things? So even though when we look at the line of women and they're like, ugh, why would he do it with her? Well, first, like Roger said, 25 plus or whatever years ago, you don't know what that woman looked like, or she would have been, 19 years old.
Right.
And sometimes these kinds of crimes are not about, oh, she's beautiful, I want to do to her. It's more of a control, and so you got to remember there's more things than just when people do it. Well, he wouldn't sleep with her because she's not gorgeous. Well, that's not always the case of why they're doing these kinds of crimes. So,
right.
But
it was like they didn't show anything saying, okay, yeah, he definitely did this.
No.
Not in this, but in court they did.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
There was court cases, and I think that it was a documentary, and to me, again, I felt like it was, kind of like on Bill Cosby's side, and how could this happen for so long ago? But you think it's awfully odd that so many, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but I don't know. I loved Bill Cosby's stuff, but this was like, all right.
But
but the way they took everything away from him, all of the college things there that he did.
Well, he still got 4 bags of cash.
Yeah.
So they didn't take everything.
And things like this, I mean, you don't want to be associated with this. All right, we can go back. Let's just look at the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to touch either one of these two right now because of the negative because opinions that may.
And they didn't rape anybody.
Right. So why would there's nobody going to want to be involved when you get because if you're putting your name on somebody, Disney or a movie or the puddings and Jello and no, they don't want nothing to do with it because then they look like a sympathizer. So, I can, if I was a media mogul, would I want it? No, I'm not going to take a chance and say, yeah, well, we think he's going to be innocent. Well, what if he's not? And it doesn't matter if he's innocent or not. The bad press you're going to get, even because some people, even if he's found completely innocent, there's some people are going to be, I think he was guilty, and go against your product. So
yeah,
but all in all, this documentary just shows you. Let's say, I remember well when this program started, and how it was acclaimed, and then all of a sudden, going to the end, it shows you the high and the lows a person can go.
Yeah.
So all right, so we'll go.
It's not the best documentary.
No. So all right, so we'll jump before we get to the next movie. So would you guys give this a play or a pass? I give it a pass. For me, it was okay to me, but I would not recommend this to somebody else. What about you guys?
It's a play for me.
It was a play for me as well.
Okay. All right.
These plays, one pass. Anybody out there watch it or not? Can anyone let me know if anyone watched it? There was a pass out there.
Yeah,
gave a pass. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. Because if you guys just let me know, because I'm trying to keep a count here. Yeah. All right. So 3-2. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Next movie.
So next movie, Butter. Butter.
Anybody out there watch it?
I did. I watched all the comedies this week.
Yeah.
I watched it.
I think they used the comedy word very loosely in describing these movies, though.
Yeah.
It was not near. I mean, it dealt with suicide, but not nearly as well as Ovi. My name is Ovi.
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The plot I didn't like. I didn't think there was a couple of giggles, no belly laughs.
No.
The kid is charismatic for a big guy, and he did well in his first acting role. But I didn't like the script. I thought the script was garbage.
I liked it. I liked how he played the sax wonderfully.
Oh yeah,
and
the kid played that sax. That was him playing the sax.
Yeah. He was great.
Yeah.
And it really made me feel for him, and to think of everything he had to go through. Hold on, I just gotta switch it. Everything he had to go through with everyone, it must have been really difficult,
Yeah, but if somebody makes you eat a stick of butter, and then
I
that's
know.
your nickname,
Well, listen, that wouldn't happen with me.
You don't introduce yourself as that nickname that you don't like.
Right. But he was beaten down by, so many people for so long. I guess that's the reason why.
Okay. All right.
Anybody else watch it or?
No, I couldn't even get it.
Oh.
Yeah, it could have been. I see another title is Butter's Final Meal.
Yeah.
That may have been.
Yeah, Butter's Final Meal. Yeah, it was the other name for it. Yeah.
Oh.
On what?
It wasn't funny.
All right, so you guys just gonna play or pass?
I'm sorry. It's a play for me.
Okay.
Pass for me.
All right, pass. Okay. All right, so next movie, Donkey Head. We're gonna get to some movies that I've actually heard of soon.
Jesus.
And I didn't watch this either.
I
watched about 9 movies this week out of the 24. So
wow, I'm shocked.
Donkey Head. No,
Yeah.
didn't watch it. So anybody else?
I did.
No.
Anybody else watch it? And out inside, anyone watch it?
No.
4 nominations.
I like this movie. It was about a Pakistani family, and the father went into a coma, and the brother and there were 3 siblings, and the father had really given the younger daughter. Was it 3 or 4? I'm sorry. It was 4 siblings. I'm sorry about that. The father had always given the the youngest daughter a hard time in life growing up, and she was the one who was taking care of him.
Okay.
In the end here, and she, still wanted him, to live, but the father had told the oldest son that, he wanted a DNR, and the daughter, of course, wasn't hearing that, and she basically took him home, back home to take care of him. And then there's all kinds of things that went on in the family, because the family basically was like, okay, well, we'll sell the house, and we'll take our money and go. They were all from Canada, by the way, and it was a good story. It really was. And then, because there were all kinds of little things that were going on, like the oldest son the father wouldn't have liked what he did, because he was gay, and the father never knew it. So of course, when there was a point that the daughter basically told this to the father, and so that of course brought up more drama. And but it was a really well written story.
Okay.
It didn't take place in many different places. It was either just in the house, and there was one scene that was in a bar. But the bar scene was kind of funny to watch. Four Pakistanis singing, getting the whole bar to sing "Oh Canada," And it was pretty good. I really liked it.
Okay. So you give it a play?
I give that one a play.
All right. So that's Donkey Head.
Donkey Head.
Evan Wood.
Didn't watch it.
No.
I
did not
watched
watch
it.
Drama.
Yeah, it's a family drama. Anyone else watch it before I say anything about it?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Keep your eyes on the side. Yeah, I know, right? Just keep your eyes on the side thing there for me, because hold on, why isn't this?
I think the 5.6 scared everybody away.
Well, yeah, that's another thing we have to remember. These 5.6s and these and these 4s. These movies are coming out like that week or that day. You know what I mean? And
there's only 56 people that voted on this one.
And that's the people that made the movie, and they only gave it 5.6.
You gave it a 10.
Yeah, this is like another drama with I'm gonna take a lot of drugs, and I'd like to sit and shoot myself up with some heroin.
Good family movie. Good family movie.
It's a family
with your
movie.
kids.
No, it's because they didn't really tell exactly what happened to the parents, but both of the parents are gone, and it's just these two that are left. And no, there was another brother who didn't want anything to do with them. But
those two are brother and sister?
Brother and sister, yeah.
Well, that's a little creepy.
No, not really.
Well, the picture is very deceiving.
Was this filmed in West Virginia?
No, no, it wasn't.
I knew that was coming.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Where was it filmed again? I think it was like where were they? Washington State, maybe? I think.
Looks like West Virginia or Arkansas to me.
But it got some more awards, I believe. Can we see if it got anything there, or the cover of that?
I didn't see. No, I don't see any awards.
Anything? Okay.
Yeah, I just see the cast.
Okay.
I see that they have it. Some of it, like it said, Santa Barbara International Film Festival.
Okay, yeah. So
they've probably
been
put
there.
it out there.
Put it out there.
That an official selection. So it's up. It could be voted, but I don't think it's
voted.
been.
Right.
Um,
Right.
all right.
But,
So, would you give this a play or a pass?
It's a soft play. Yeah, you know what it is? I think it was because there was so many of these type of all this drug stuff where I feel that today's movies that's all it's about. It's like okay,
Yeah.
let me see how many drugs I have to take to be able to function. I don't know if that's part of the problem today.
Maybe.
At least
So.
6 before this show starts.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a movie that I actually did see. I know a lot of people.
I didn't. I
All
didn't
right.
watch
So
it.
you didn't. There's a
There you
lot of
go.
people that.
Of all of them, this is the one I didn't. The reason being is because there were other movies too to go along with it,
Yes.
and everyone knows how I feel about Harry Potter.
And yes, this is
And
like a
I-
Harry Potter
Yeah.
prequel. Secrets, the Fantastic Beasts. If you go back, this is the third one of the Fantastic Beasts. So you guys can put a 1 if you've watched this movie, and then we'll go ahead and open the floor to Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore. What you guys think? What did y'all think when you watched it?
I fell asleep watching this one and didn't have time to finish it, but I will go back and finish it. I did enjoy what I saw.
Yeah,
It wasn't bad. I still think the first original Fantastic Beasts, the very first one in the series, was the best. This wasn't bad. Was it great? No, but it wasn't bad.
Hold on, I just want to interrupt you.
Yep.
Just want to tell Free Money that it is streaming on Amazon. Because he's asking if it's streaming.
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, you can find it.
It's
through
in the
casing
wild.
anyhow. Yeah.
So for me, not a bad. I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I mean, I have seen Harry Potter movies. I know that for my kids, and Blue is a nerd for this kind of stuff. So I kind of had to watch it because she was watching it, and not a bad movie. I didn't watch it. I wasn't glued to it because again, a lot of the story I'd seen previous parts of this movie, so I couldn't remember all the characters, and I didn't want to tell Blue that because then she would have made me go back and start at the very
watch
first
them all.
one. And well, we need to start at the beginning.
So you didn't watch the other ones?
Yes, I had, but I watched them way back.
And do you think though, like if I would have watched it, is it worth watching if you haven't watched the other two movies?
If you like these types of movies, I mean, I feel like this Fantastic Beasts movies are not bad movies for what they are. For some reason, they just don't ring to me. They're not a movie that kind of rings to me. But if you're into that type of stuff, I can see where those people really liked it. She enjoyed this. She thought it was very well done. She thought that the story was good. She thought for me, visually, it looked good. I could see where the storyline seemed to go along for me. Some of the creatures were neat. So I can see where people that enjoy these movies would enjoy this movie. This where he pulls out people's memory, I thought it felt creepy. I don't know. It felt weird when he was like pulling out, like he's pulling out the memory of that guy's sister, so he wouldn't be able to remember his sister.
Well, they did that in the first. They did that in the first Fantastic Beasts when they were going to kill Newt and the other one.
That was just the weirdest part, but.
Yeah, from what I saw, the special effects were top notch. The story was good. I will go back and finish it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I would suggest watch the very first Fantastic Beast. Just watch the first one, and if you like the first one, then you would enjoy the other two. But I would watch the first one because it's not Harry Potter. I mean, they're witches and stuff like that, but
it's pre him. Yeah,
exactly.
I understand that. I understand, but like I said, I wrote down. I didn't watch the others, so it just I didn't want to really ruin the movie for me.
I don't think these stories aren't as kiddish as the Harry Potter stories.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can see that.
Okay.
No, they're all linked together. All three of them. They start with one story and they progress as the movies go on. So my suggestion is, if you're just going to watch the last one, you really need to watch the first one, the first movie.
To know the characters.
Exactly. So the third one would make sense.
Yeah.
For what's going on, because they are all linked.
And that way you can appreciate that Johnny Depp isn't in it.
Yes.
Why, he was in the first one?
First two.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, the first one he was only in for about maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the movie made a lot of money, though.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Oh yeah.
yep.
I can see that. So yeah, there's people that enjoy it. Again, if you're into these type of films, I mean, it's gonna. And again, I know for Blue, her sitting beside me, she was like, "Oh, this was great." She wanted to watch it. I think she's watched it twice.
Twice, I figured.
Yeah, I think she's watched it twice, but we haven't had to go back
3
and watch all the
times.
other ones.
Yeah, I know, right?
My baby. All right. So hey, play or pass for this. I give it a play if you enjoyed the Fantastic Beasts prior. That'd be my play on it. Anybody else?
Same. I agree with that play.
I haven't watched it all. I'm going to give it a play on what I've seen so far, though.
Okay. All right.
Play for Patty out there. Who
Okay.
else? Anyone else with a play out there? Show me some ones.
Okay. Alban, you get a player, or you didn't watch it?
I didn't watch it. No.
Okay. All right. So the next movie we got, we're getting into the movies that people have heard of. Firestarter. So this is a remake of the Stephen King book, from the Stephen King book, and this is Blumhouse did this. And so to me, if you're a fan of a lot of cheesy B-rated horror movies, you've heard of Blumhouse. And so when I saw Blumhouse at the beginning, I'm like, okay, all right. So this is a remake of the from the first one. What was your guys' thoughts on Firestarter? If you've watched it again, put a 1, and if you've watched it.
Oh, yeah.
My thoughts were, I've seen the original. There's no need to watch this one.
Amen. Because I know it wouldn't be any better. So
Nope.
I was just like, nah, I'll pass. Save myself.
So you didn't watch it?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, you
right.
got to watch it, because I like the little spin that they put in it. I know people were talking about Zac Efron. His character wasn't, all the best. But this little girl, she was, I thought that, she did a good job of trying to stand up next to what, what's her name did?
Drew Barrymore will
Drew
always
Barrymore.
be my fire starter.
I know she's always my fire starter, but this was I took this as, okay, since nobody is gonna go back and watch the original, for these kids today who are gonna watch it, maybe they might say, oh wow, this was a Stephen King flick. Let me go back and watch the original. This might bring them back to watching that original. Because this one here, the things that they put in is like, she's got really more powers than Drew did. So
And you don't like this girl. To be honest, I didn't like Drew Barrymore's character.
With
I kind of felt
sweet,
sorry for her,
Yeah.
This little girl, no, she was a mean little thing. When she's burning the cats and she burned her mom. Now I could take the burning your mom by accident.
But the cat she didn't mean to burn, right?
Well, but do you remember when she had that face? She burned the cat, and then she just sat there and stared at it, and it was like
she stared at it, and then like, what did you do to me?
But then so the cat scratches her. She burns it. It's still alive. The cat.
But it was
like
the father that came back out and said, "You got to finish him off."
Yes, and I felt, to me, Drew Barrymore's character, you kind of you liked the little girl, and I mean I didn't read the book, so I can't speak if you're supposed to like this character, but to me, I don't know. It felt cheesy. It definitely felt B-rated movie. And I would suggest the original Firestarter over this one.
Kids today are going to pick up and say, "Oh, let me watch the first Firestarter." Unless they watch this and they say, "Oh, I like this," let me go back and see what everyone else was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. She just didn't. She just seemed like a little
bit.
rat.
Because you were upset because she burned the cat.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You know me and animals.
I know you and animals. But hey, it's shock value. What they got to do.
And she didn't have any issue with it at all. I mean, she just, yeah.
Well,
and the cat's whimpering, and to me that was, I mean, I understand they're trying to put. I don't know. I was thinking the cat's whimpering and half burned. It's like, and I guess because she had to teach the dad.
Right, had to teach her. He wanted to teach her all along, and that's like the other side of this movie, because knowing that both parents had power, and to put that kind of twist into it, I thought was good.
So, all right, well, let's go ahead and we'll vote. Since we were only two, I give it a pass. Definitely a pass, unless you're a B-rated movie lover or a fan of Blumhouse movies. I would give it a pass. What about you, Alvin?
I'm a play.
All right.
Anybody out there gonna vote? Okay, we got a play out there.
Okay.
What else?
All right. The next movie we.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get
all right.
totals here. Can anyone count up for me? Patty liked it. Flick Chick liked it. Let me see.
Wow.
So what are you going to take? 3-1 or what do we call that? 3-1 maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the next movie we got Fortress Sniper's Eye. I did not watch this.
I did.
All right, so I'm sure Charles can chime in because I'm sure he watched it since it's Bruce Willis.
He's not there at his.
He left. All right.
Yeah, he's here, but he's off talking on the phone, I think.
All right.
I watched it. Anyone else watch it or no?
Well, the rating went down. It was originally a 3.7, so 2.9.
2.9 now, yeah. People might have went back to watch the first one because with this movie, there was a Fortress that came out just before this one, like 6 months ago, that he did, and this is the second part. It was it's Bruce,
Kinda.
People are gonna be upset when he's gone. That's all I'm gonna say. But everyone is wants to do a movie with him right now to be able to say, okay, I did a movie with Bruce Willis. But I just wish that they just would have called this part 2 instead of Sniper's Eye. But I don't know if anyone wants me to explain what happened in the movie or.
No, I mean we still got
we still got a bunch of movies.
We got a bunch. We're still looking at the list like holy moly.
Yeah, we got a lot there. But,
so Fortress, none of us are except for you. So would you give this a play or a pass, brother?
It's gonna be a pass.
Okay.
As much as I like Bruce.
All right. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Hold Your Breath.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I watched that.
I did too.
Why am I? Oh,
anybody else out there watch it?
Nope.
Oh, chick with the pass.
All right. So this is a documentary, I would guess.
Yeah.
It's only 40 minutes. Good grief! I should have watched this. I didn't realize.
You could have watched this one, and it was good.
Very
great
good.
Story. Very good story. This is an ice dive that this woman from is it Iceland? I can't remember. Finland. Yeah, she was Finnish. Yeah, an ice dive where I think that was the record before.
Yeah, but Alvin, I wouldn't call it a dive. I call it a swim.
Yeah, a swim, right? Yeah, but it's a dive because you can't go up for air anyhow. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not like you can't get any air, so that's why I guess they call it a dive. The dive wasn't going down;
Down.
it was going across. Because
Horizontal.
otherwise, a person wouldn't be able to, dive down and lose air and won't be able to get out. This type of dive, like every 20 feet or so, they would cut a hole in the ice in case
Nice.
if they needed to get air. Because if you're like looking out, the end of it is what was it, 80 meters? Does it say
No,
in there
no.
anywhere?
Yeah, 102 meters.
102 meters.
She was looking to beat 80 meters.
80,
but
right?
she
80,
got 100.
80 was the male.
Yeah.
Was a male record.
Yeah.
For female, it was something like 50.
Mm.
You know.
She did 102.
Yeah.
I had seen a National Geographic story about her a couple of years ago, so I didn't watch this movie because I figured it'd be more of the same.
Yeah, it was great. It was really, really. The thought of just getting in that cold water like that
with no grease.
Oh yeah, right.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. All right. Well, hey. All right. So hold your breath. Would you two that watched it play or pass? And anybody else on the side chat, put a 1 and play or pass for this for hold your breath.
But play for me.
Play for me.
Okay. All right.
Anyone saying anything out there? I'm not looking at
that. I don't think anybody watched it except for you two.
Okay.
All right. So we'll take a look at the next movie, which is Lockdown. I did not watch this.
I did.
Action, crime, thriller. Like I said, 24 movies. I felt like I watched a lot, but I didn't. Maybe we're getting to the meat of some of the stuff I've actually watched.
Do you guys understand why I didn't get to play much golf? Okay.
You probably should have. After some of these.
After one like this, maybe.
All right, so action, crime, thriller, so a cop show or cop movie. Not good.
What's his name there? Michael Pare and Bailing. Bailing, just to hear her in a movie talking is just hilarious.
I like Bailing.
You can't beat it. Oh, you can't beat it. You can't beat her.
I've always thought she's pretty sexy.
Yeah. You gotta like these types of movies. It's a definitely D movie, but funny. If you like to laugh at D movies.
Eddie and the Cruisers is in it.
Yeah, Michael Pare.
Yeah.
Can't beat that.
I didn't watch it.
No, you never watched Eddie and the Cruisers?
Oh yeah, I watched Eddie and the Cruisers, but not this movie.
Not this one. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
How old is Bailing now? How old is she?
She's got to be 45, I would imagine.
No. She's 55.
50,
yeah, okay.
55. Yeah, she was born a year before us.
Yeah, okay.
Look, she's aging well. All right. So would you
Yes,
guys give
definitely.
Lockdown a play or a pass?
To pass for me.
Wow.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's a pass for me. Like I said, I wrote down it's a definite D movie, and I like the B and D movies, but I couldn't tell someone to watch this unless they were asking me for a really bad D movie.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So a movie that people have probably heard of, Morbius, which was people have been just clamoring for this movie to be released since it's a superhero movie, and it has been released. So Morbius, thoughts on this movie?
It needed another rewrite. The script was bad.
But
it introduced a bunch of characters that are going to be important. I think they're going to this will lead to the Sinister Six superhero group, so it was important to introduce these characters, and it did that.
Anybody else?
Okay, my thoughts on the movie.
It was
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was it great? No. Was it
Nope.
horrible? No.
Nope.
It's like I watched it, and
But
that was pretty much it.
I hope they do bring us to Sinister Six, because that'll be cool. Some questionable superheroes that might be doing good, might be doing bad. You just never can tell.
Mhm.
And this is a DC.
Well,
This is in the DC universe,
No,
right?
John,
No,
yeah.
No,
Marvel.
Marvel.
I'm
No,
sorry.
Marvel.
Excuse me.
Marvel.
Yeah, it's Marvel.
But he'll be important for if they bring Blade into the universe, which they're going to bring Blade into the MCU. Morbius will be important in that franchise as well. So
You see, this is why I talk about with these universes drives me crazy, because here you're talking about, the Sinister Six and
yeah,
all this. I was just going to watch it as a movie. I didn't know about some Sinister Six or anything like that, and I hate that. It's just like drives
Well,
me
Roger's just
absolutely
looking
insane.
down the road, though.
I know he's looking down the road, but to me, it's like I'm like, okay, I'd rather watch a movie and say, okay, this is just Morbius, and that's all I gotta care about is Morbius, not thinking I have to watch a movie and think about what some other person is doing in the movie, because I need to know that information for some other movie that's going to come out in 3 years.
Well,
oh,
but I
it
mean,
won't be 3 years. It's gonna be 5 years.
and this
Okay,
is just an
even
origin
5 years,
story.
even worse.
It's just
It's just like insane.
but it's just an origin story to try to
Yeah.
give you an idea where it started,
Yep.
and then we did this with other, Captain Marvel or different people where you
Iron
see it with
Man's
origin.
origin story wasn't the greatest movie,
Yeah.
but look what
Uh-huh.
came of that.
Yeah, I mean, but I
Yeah.
also felt like this movie
But the comic
had
book was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it's very dark.
they didn't go anywhere near the comic.
On this one,
No,
on
no,
Morbius,
I'm talking about Iron Man.
Oh,
right?
okay.
They didn't go anywhere near the comic.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were starting. They didn't know.
Right.
Now
No,
they know.
that
Now they know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And to me, this had a lot of potential, but I think that what you were saying about a rewrite or something, it just dragged along, and it just didn't have that to for I'm thinking of, it didn't have the fangs to stick into you
Yeah.
to keep you engaged in the movie.
Right.
There was lots of stuff, and I'm thinking this could be really cool, but it wasn't. It was just okay, and then
Fluffer. It was
okay,
fluffer.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just.
It
And
was
I'm
just
like,
introducing us to Morbius, and
and I just felt like it was missing some.
it was.
It didn't grab me.
It was missing. But again, if they go with the Sinister Six, Morbius is a big part of that, and it will be cool when it happens.
Oh, okay, I gotta ask, what's the Sinister Six?
Sinister Six is Vulture, Morbius, the female Spider-Man, Venom, and a couple others that I can't remember right now. It's been 30 years since I read those comic
Yeah.
books. But they're bad. They're not good guys, but they're not bad guys. You know,
Right.
they're gray area superheroes that
Mhm.
will kill you. They won't.
Right.
They won't just take you to the cops. They'll kill
Right.
you.
They'll kill you.
know?
Okay.
So like,
Alright.
so it's basically like similar to the Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So we'll jump on the play or pass for this.
I just gotta say,
Oh.
I watched it. I thought it was just like you guys, but what I said to myself was, oh well, this was at least better than Batman.
Yep.
Just so
It was
everyone-
better than Batman,
Yeah,
for sure.
That's the way I looked at it.
Special
Okay.
effects were great.
So, all right. So play or pass for Morbius. You guys put it over in the side chat. What do you guys think? I give it a very soft play. I think a lot of people are going to dislike it. So
I
Yeah,
didn't like it. It was a pass for me.
Yeah, I have to give it a pass because I don't know anyone I could recommend it to and say, "Ooh, thanks for telling me to watch Morbius." So it's really good. So I got to give it a pass.
okay, good enough.
I give it a play if you're gonna stay in the MCU. If you're into the MCU, it's gonna be an important movie. If you're not in the MCU, there's no reason for you ever to watch this movie.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're 3 and 3.
All right.
You know, because I got Patty to the play and Jim So pass. Anyone else out there want this movie? Was Free Money, were you a play for this movie? Can anyone tell?
He said, "I just see a play."
Yes,
Yeah.
he play. So maybe he was for. Maybe it's for. Okay, all right then. We'll
All right. The next movie we have here on the count of three. I did not watch this. I almost did, and then
should have.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's got
I
a
don't think
7.0.
I don't see it as bad. Well, it's just because it's another one of those. Okay, you know, I'm gonna kill myself.
It's
type
mislabeled
movie.
as a comedy. It's not
Right,
a comedy.
but they
Nobody was laughing.
It's not a
Right.
comedy.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I know they did label it as a comedy drama, but it was more drama than comedy.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything too funny.
There was
I
no
guess
laughs.
it's because they put, there was something that I thought was funny, wasn't there?
When he beat up
when
JB
it was
Smooth, when he got in a
Right.
fight with JB Smooth, but other than that, no, I don't
Yeah.
think it was funny.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
There was never
Well, I
a
guess
smile on
it's because,
There was never a smile on the faces either.
No.
No.
Yeah.
It was drawn out dead. You know?
It was not fun. It was not fun.
So, Alvin, do you like it?
I liked it. Not as a comedy, more of a drama.
Okay.
I liked it. It's a shame what happened in the end, but we saw that coming, and it had a nutty ending, but not what I expected. So it was a pass for Leon also. But it was
pass for me. Pass
okay,
for me.
That's three passes, one play. Anyone else? No?
All right.
I guess I just happen to like Carmichael.
Yeah. So we'll go on to the next movie, Operation Mincemeat, which is based upon the story of how the English government tried to give misinformation to the Germans so that they wouldn't know where they were attacking in Italy. So they were basically trying to
not Italy, it was Sicily.
Right. Well, Sicily, excuse me,
It
through
is
Sicily, and they wanted the Allied forces to come in through Sicily but they wanted the misinformation to think Greece, so that the Germans would move their tanks and troops to Greece instead of being in Sicily. And I don't think, not a bad movie for me. I watched this. I thought this was okay. The one thing that I disliked in this movie, and again, it's based on real life events that had happened.
Yeah.
I didn't like the love story that they tried to shove in there. And
Thank you very much.
I felt like
it did not need. Yeah,
why is this here?
Need to be in there at all.
No.
Yeah, and to me, that was the down part of this whole movie. I thought that the whole part of trying to the story of how they were coming up with writing out the love notes, and we're gonna have a love note in his pocket, so he writes, he's fallen in love. We're gonna have a picture. They thought out all these things. Then they have this love story between the picture of the lady and one of the what do you call them? The guy's trying to come up with the plan, orchestrating this plan, and this love story, this triangle, I should say a triangle love story.
Yep.
I'm like, what is this in here for? Because I don't think that we have any proof that any of that shit happened, but we're going to try to throw in some love story for whatever reason.
Try to beef it up.
Yeah. Just stick with the history of it.
I had high hopes for this movie until I started watching it, because I see the original, The Man Who Never Was. And when the love story really knocked me out, because in the original, there was no love story in there. What really got me down, what I didn't like, it was at the end when they described, they made a tomb out of the grave of the man who never was. But in the real movie, in the real life, the admiral went to Spain and put the medal that he gained on his grave because of what he sacrificed. His body is sacrificed for the country. But this movie, I would never recommend this movie. The original one, I love the original movie, and especially the spy. The spy in this movie wasn't as deceiving as the original. His name was Stephen Boyd. He was young.
It wasn't even worth it for me to even watch Candy Crush while I was watching it because it was still irritating me even hearing them act. I was so upset with it, and I'm like, no, it wasn't for me. I wasn't happy with it.
Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and so Operation Mincemeat, play or pass.
What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it a pass because I mean, there was aspects that I could like about it, but not enough. And would I recommend it? No, I couldn't recommend this to somebody else.
No, I got to give it a pass. Basically, the same reasons.
Yeah, I give it a super pass.
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down.
Yeah, 2 thumbs down.
All right.
So we're at 6-2.
Okay. All right. They could have stuck with the history of it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the next movie, Senior Year. Rebel Wilson. Wasn't it Rebel Wilson?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Basically,
another comedy without any laughs.
No, there were some parts in this that were actually. I found Rebel in some places funny. I actually was. I liked it better than I thought I was going to like it. How about that? Because I went in with almost no expectations.
I just couldn't get. I don't know if you guys watch South Park or not, but a couple of years ago they had a storyline going where Cartman's girlfriend. He was trying to keep his girlfriend by pretending that he liked a lot of things that appeal to females, and the running gag was he would say, "Amy Schumer, isn't she funny when she talks about her vagina?" Every time the Rebel Wilson mentions her vagina, that was just in my head. Isn't Rebel Wilson funny when she talks about her vagina?
Oh God.
So what was your also thoughts?
I thought that she tried too hard.
Yeah.
For this, and I wish she didn't. She could have been her normal self. It would have been a lot better. Because before she was funny. You know what I mean? She could be funny, but now like this whole, I don't know if they told her to redo and remake herself. They shouldn't have. Let her be her. It would have been funnier.
That kid's funny. That black kid.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yeah.
But which one? This one?
No.
The next one.
The old guy.
All right. Him grown up.
Yeah. I don't know his name, but I've seen him in a few movies.
Sam Richardson.
He's pretty funny, actually. He's got some comedic chops.
Yeah. He does what is that show there every now and then.
Yeah. I just went in. I wasn't expecting to like this, but I thought there was enough. Maybe I like bathroom humor. So some of the bathroom humor in this, I found funny, and Blue and I watched it together. And both of, I picked it when it was when we had COVID. So we're sitting there, and you know how you're going through having to watch one show or movie after another, and I was like, let's put this on. And she gave me the look like, really? And I'm like, I said, what else we got to do for an hour and a half?
Right.
So watched it, and we actually giggled, numerous times in this, found a lot of that bathroom humor and enjoyed it. So I went in with zero expectations.
I did like seeing Alicia though.
Yeah. She plays like a little part in there, and so, but I think that also with Rebel, and I guess having a daughter and uh, being in high school and the way that those cliques happen. And we all remember how cliques happen and how you see how fake people are, and so
But when
she's
we
still
grew,
being her fake self in
right,
the
when
20
we were
years later.
growing up, though, we would be able to beat the snot out of that kid.
Not well,
Or shake
maybe,
his
maybe
phone
not.
and
I mean,
dump it
maybe
in the
you
toilet.
could.
You know,
A guy my size ain't
I
beating
would
the
have.
snot out of
I
somebody.
would have. I would have. You know.
Well,
Someone gonna
yeah,
say,
but look
you
at
know,
you, a
oh
big
well, I got
man.
all these Instagram likes, and you know, this is the way I carry on my day. Well, you know, you come every day to school with no phone. You know?
Well, yeah. Well, you had those options
Yeah.
being, you know, a bigger
Mhm.
fella. Us
Yeah.
smaller people wouldn't have had them options.
It's all right. We can sign up Todd to fight King Midget in the next
Yeah,
rally.
I'm just saying. Oh, but
Uh,
he talking about whooping people's ass in high school, this and that. And he's like, you know,
I'd only put up with so much stuff.
I
you
wasn't
know?
a big guy in high school, and I mean, there was fights I got into because kind of had to, but I didn't go around, you know,
No,
looking
but I
to.
wouldn't put up with some of the stuff from these kids here. You know.
And it also shows when they go through some of the social media and how
Mhm.
how again some of the things that are kind of like in your face in this movie were a turn off for me, but how this media or this popularity is different than popularity now, and I
Right.
don't even know if it's true. Being popular now and how you get to be popular now, it's not the same way that people were popular back then. Because remember, she said the three things that she said that makes you popular back in school, and
Yeah.
that was a line that actually I found funny
Yeah.
because she said, you're a cheerleader, you're a jock, or you let them go in the back door.
hmm
And then he laughed. He goes, "Well, I'd be popular," and I found that
Yeah.
funny. I mean,
So did
because
I.
so there were aspects that I found funny. It does a it's a they struggled for the jokes and definitely reached on a lot. When she's making fun of the cheerleaders because everybody's great, everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah.
Who's the cheer
Yeah.
captain? They're like, I am, I am,
I am.
I am.
I am.
Everybody's a cheer captain. Well, we don't want anybody to feel left out. But again, to me, I found that funny because I'm thinking, because I sometimes see that in culture now, is everybody there's nobody at the top because we don't want to hurt nobody, so everybody's the same. Well, no, you can't. And
Yeah.
Rebels
Right.
tells you that in this movie. Not everybody can be the captain. Not everybody can be the best. You got to have a prom king and queen, and
Right.
so I found it funny. So we'll go
Yeah.
ahead.
So did I.
For play or pass, I'd give this a play. I'd give it a play. I don't know. We'll go through everybody. Play
I'm a
or
play.
pass for senior year.
It was a pass for me.
Okay.
Anyone else?
No,
I didn't see it.
Oh, it was a play for me.
Okay.
Leon gave it a pass.
Okay. Anybody else out there? Free money with a barely pass. Patty G with a pass.
Okay. All right.
Leon with a soft play. Okay.
All right. So we'll go on to the next movie.
Okay.
All right. Cheryl.
Yeah.
This is my favorite movie out of all of them this week.
All right. All right.
That
So
was good.
I only saw half of it, but I got to see the other
sure.
half. I liked it.
Documentary of
I liked
Cheryl
it too.
Crow.
That was good.
If you're a Cheryl Crow fan, it's watch it because there's a lot of her music in it, and there's probably a lot of her story you don't know
Yeah, story
or
that you
have
don't know.
forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I had forgot she started out her big break was going on tour with Michael Jackson. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
And I kind of forgot that she was with Lance Armstrong during that whole debacle.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. I like this movie also. It was. Yeah, go ahead.
I had no idea that her first song was written by somebody else, and just by a slip of the tongue on David Letterman, the guy kills himself over it.
Right, right. Yeah, that was messed up.
Well, I might have to watch this because I saw Cheryl and I didn't realize that this was a documentary of Sheryl Crow.
Mhm.
So I probably will go back and watch this. I mean, I'm not a huge Sheryl Crow fan. I mean, some of her songs are fine for me. I never bought any of her CDs, but not that I ever buy CDs. But if I was to buy one, she wouldn't be one of them. But
Right.
I like female singer-songwriters.
yeah. Okay, so play or pass for this one, guys.
I'm gonna play.
Play for me.
I play for me, even just based on the section that I watched.
Okay.
But I'll give it a play.
All right, and then I don't know if anybody in the side chat watched Cheryl.
Free Money watched it, gave it a play.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I
The next
don't know
movie-
if hold on before you
Yep.
go to the next movie. I don't know if Charles, are you trying to talk? Because I had muted you before.
He still shows muted.
Yeah, I know.
There's even his computer.
I don't know if he
even
knows. Hold on,
see
hold
the
on.
screen.
I see him.
Hey,
No, it's
hey, Charles.
What?
Charles.
Hello.
We had muted you before. Yeah. Where
Oh,
you
I
at?
had to go answer the phone.
We you were on the phone before and we muted you.
Yeah,
Are
I
you,
didn't think you could hear me in the room. Good gracious.
Oh, we hear
Yeah.
everything. Okay,
Man, that's a pretty good microphone.
we could even hear you unzip your zipper. So
Oh, no.
Oh.
Hey, this is not that type of show.
So, did you hear the sound it made when it hit the floor?
Hey, that's kind of a joke that would have been in senior year.
Yeah. Just a quick question for you, Charles. You didn't watch anything we've been talking
I didn't
about,
see
have
all
you?
of them. I'm pretty sure I didn't see a list of 24. That wasn't 24 movies. I know I watched something.
It's 3 pages. It's 3 pages.
It wasn't 24 movies though.
It's 3 pages.
No, I didn't watch any of those. They look like Auburn movies, so I probably didn't watch them.
Oh, they're not Auburn movies.
Okay, all right. Hey, let's go ahead.
Movies that came out.
Let's go ahead and take a look at Survive because there
Okay.
is some more movies that I actually did watch. So Survive, I did not watch this. Adventure drama thriller, plane crashes in the snow mountains. Like we've never heard this story before. So
we've heard this story before, exactly, just like the one. What was that? That movie we just that just came out last year with Idris Elba. The Mountain Between Us or something like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty much the same movie in a way, but
Okay.
I liked it. I did like the movie. Sophie Turner.
She's cute.
She is cute. It's good to see her in something, trying to be so strong. But another movie where someone wants to end their life again. You know what I mean?
That was a big theme this week.
Yeah, it was. It's what came out. You know what I mean? These are the movies. You know what it is? It's like I guess it's the writers today.
A lot of depressed screenwriters.
Yeah.
Right. They're all so depressed that everybody that they're so concerned about everyone killing themselves. It's like all the other movies nowadays are whether it's either COVID, worried about COVID, or and all this death that goes on around us. So,
and another thing I was thinking about, a lot of the movies had to deal with suicide this week. And if those are played on TV, they're going to have to put a warning in front of them or after them to reach out to the suicide prevention line. And none of the movies that I watched that had suicide as a theme had anything
in it.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So all right, so play or pass for this. You two that
it was
watched
a play
it.
for me. I watched it. I give it a play. Not because of the whole suicide thing, but it was a good way to see how it took one person to help her see why life is great.
Well, and that can be a reason why when people are struggling about that, and it's just sometimes takes one person to change someone's mind when they're having those thoughts. So, if they say reach out to somebody because when you're having those kind of feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So,
all right.
that's why I like this movie. It was
Okay.
it's pretty good.
I only get those thoughts when I get a triple bogey on a hole.
Okay. The
See if anyone
Avery.
out there. No, I
All
want to
right.
see if anyone out there
Okay.
watched it or voted on it.
No.
Anybody? No. So I'm the
No.
only person.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh boy, I'm sorry.
We all saw that 4.2 and said, Auburn can get
You
it.
can't
Well,
go.
no,
You can't go
I
by
didn't even
that.
look. I didn't look at the rating. I saw
I didn't either. I was
the
just kidding.
storyline,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
saw another plane crash in the mountains. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, what, dude, rehashing the same thing. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I do like Malin a lot, though. She is pretty smoking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I like her also.
Okay, so what about this movie?
The Avery. Okay. I guess I'm the only person that watched it, right?
Probably.
Okay. I love Malin. I was kind of upset that she did this movie because it was so weird to see her in, like the cult type movie that she was in. It was a really small cast. It was maybe only
Yeah.
three
It
or four
shows four
in
people.
yeah, those four, and yeah,
Top. Well, that's
yeah,
top cast. So there, there's
yeah.
other
Well,
little.
no, I don't even think there could be much on a main cast. See if they even have a main cast. 'Cause
You
it
can't
was
get
just
to
telling
them
me that.
anymore.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was just them. Yeah. There's not. Yeah, that's it. There.
That's it.
That was it. Yeah, that really was it.
Yeah.
It was like one of those cult things and trying to get away, and drugs were involved, and they, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not hypnosis, but brainwashed.
Yeah.
Brainwashed so bad, and you have to watch them struggle out there in the desert. Really
Okay.
weird.
All right. So play or pass on this.
It was a pass for me.
Pass. All right. All right. Another movie that I did watch, The Lost City, Sandra Bullock. Was it Channing Tatum and
Daniel Radcliffe.
yeah, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yep.
And what's his name? Brad Pitt. I was like,
Brad Pitt.
another big star in this. So
Yeah.
another movie I went in with extremely low expectations to go to watch this. So it is what it is.
I didn't
Not
get to
bad.
it.
Okay.
You didn't get into it.
I
You
didn't.
didn't
well,
get to it.
I didn't
You
get
didn't
to it. It's on my Plex. I may watch it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
You
I
know-
thought I had. Or go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go.
I had zero expectations to like this. I felt like it was going to be just super corny. But I did. We laughed numerous spots in the movie. There was numerous places. Channing Tatum. I find him funny. His comedy and his he is funny. He has good timing in just his look and the places, the character that he plays in the last. I found it funny. You're not gonna fall off your chair laughing about it, but there's enough places in here that I laughed. And I'm not again the Indiana Jones when we watched we reviewed one of those movies just last week or a couple weeks ago. Those kind of looking for the missing clues and all that shit. They're not my type of movies, but this was funny enough that I didn't feel like I was watching a knockoff of some type of Indiana Jones and finding all the clues. I thought Channing was funny in it. Brad Pitt was funny in it in his role. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny and Sandra Bullock did a good job too. So and Radcliffe, I mean, he plays batshit crazy in it. He was okay in it for me, but he wasn't the driving force of the movie.
I thought it was, it was cute. It was, a lost treasure, which I always like those type of things. And I like Sandra Bullock. She's in a class by herself when it comes to to Hollywood. I feel, you know, she she her comedy doesn't change. So you're only going to see the same type of thing out of her. I feel, you know what I mean? And I like that out of her because you know she's smart, but she can play dumb so well. You know,
I don't know
not that
that
she's
is
dumb.
is
You
that a
know,
compliment?
no,
She can
it's
play
a
dumb
compliment.
so
It's a
well.
definite, yeah, because it's like you know, she can play, you know, like the whole ditzy thing in a
Yeah.
way, but she's got a good brain on her, and her publicist there was hilarious. I thought, you know,
Yeah.
I thought, you know, it was a great small cast that they put together, throw them out in the jungle, and you got a whole story. You know what I mean? I like that. That's why I like this movie.
Okay.
You know, look at the money it made. You know, it made what was it there, 155 million. You
Okay.
know, and climbing, I imagine.
All right. Anybody else watch it?
It was all right. I mean, one of the things it would, I think the movie was like only an hour and 45 minutes long. It was fairly short.
52.
But if there was so much of the freaking Channing Tatum, Sandra Bullock, you know, trying to build that up.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's like if they would have taken that crap out of the story and put something decent in there, you know, the movie would have been 45 minutes long. But yeah, I mean, bringing in the Brad Pitt character was great. I mean, his character in there, and there was some other stuff. Was it horrible? No. Did I expect it to be horrible? Yes. But it was all right.
But they're going to come out with a second. You know, after watching, you know, after the end of the credits,
Yeah.
right? There was a.
I didn't watch it past the credits, so they had a little teaser.
I think they did. I think they did with this one.
I mean, I could see.
I can't remember. I think they did.
Yeah. I mean, it was funny how Channing Tatum, Channing, Mr. Tatum, how he's you know, all he is the cover for the books, the previous books. And he has this long hair, and he's supposed to look, you know, and he's got his chest showing out. And I found that little part in the stage was pretty funny because it was all about him, and it was, you know, he had low self-esteem, and this was it. This was his, you know, this made him. You know, he was so awesome because he was just this guy on the front of this woman's popular book, and so yeah, I give it.
I mean, it was cute, the scene where they were going through like the little creek or river and everything, get out, and he has like a leech on him.
Oh yeah,
then, you know, takes out all the other, and he's got leeches all over his back and his butt, and all. She's having to pick him off. That was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was freaking out. So yeah. All right, so we'll go ahead. Play or pass? I'll give it a play. I found it funny enough to review to other people.
I'm gonna play.
Soft play.
Kind of like that leech, a soft.
Exactly.
All right, so all right, so we got another big movie that everybody was just clamoring over. The Northman.
Yeah. And
everybody was waiting for this movie.
Okay, I would like
7.4.
If you remember, one night when we were sitting in there on the big screen watching UFC, and I made the comment, I'm going, as much as this movie, The Northman, is getting advertised all over the place, I'm not having high hopes for it. Because every time I've seen a movie advertised its ass off, it's pretty much sucked. And I would like to say, there you go.
Yeah.
It sucked. I give it a pass.
I don't know how this is 7.4. It has to be about
it was a 7.6.
6 of these points have got to be for that Anna Taylor-Joy's ass, naked ass. In it.
I mean, 94,000 people voted on this.
Yeah.
And there are people I have seen people in Telegram that
love
said,
it.
great movie. They loved it.
Yep.
I don't see it.
I don't
No.
either.
And even Blue was like, in which again, she's a little not the same, and both of us were like, I mean, the story was dragging along,
Sir.
and I wanted William Dafoe. They showed him in the trailers.
Yeah,
And how long do you see him? 10 minutes?
10 minutes,
The whole
yep.
movie?
maybe.
And look how much money he got.
A
I'm
lot.
like, what the hell? I mean, this movie dragged. It could have. The fighting was so. We normally like Viking movies because it's the
We got spoiled
fighting
with
and
it.
battling, and
And
this has so little. Well, it didn't have little. It just
No.
was so spread out.
I
Yeah.
guarantee that every one of the scenes that you've seen, what's that guy's name? The Viking. What's his main name? Alexander. Alexander Skarsgård. I guarantee every time you've seen him without his shirt on, every one of those shots was shot on the same day.
Oh yeah.
Because he had zero body fat. He had to not have any carbs for 2 weeks before that shot. No water for 2 days.
Yeah.
Because he is ripped.
I found it long.
Yeah.
I found it boring.
2 hours and 17 minutes.
And I fell asleep, I think, twice on it.
It was not a good movie. It was
No.
not a good movie.
The cinematography was good.
Yes.
It was kind of shot too dark for my liking.
The cinematography was great when you could actually see what was the hell was on the screen.
Yeah.
Because 95% of the time it was just freaking pitch black and you couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
It's because it's high sense TV. High sense TV.
Well, yeah, there you go. That's exactly it. Me and my cheap ass high sense TV.
I got a good TV and it was still shot.
Yeah, there was a lot of dark
Roger.
in it, but
Thank you, Roger.
go ahead.
I thought it was brighter than Batman.
Well, yeah, because there were some outside shots like
Right.
this.
Right. But I agree that it yeah, I know. I agree that it was the acting was horrible.
And why make Nicole Kidman try to fuck her son? That was just weird.
Oh, that was
Right.
That was just weird. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole twist of it. I was like, what?
But I think what irked me the most was the whole ending. The whole ending of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Where they're fighting in the lava with no shoes on?
Right.
Yeah.
Right beside the fire.
I don't know how many of you guys have been to Hawaii, to the volcanoes in Hawaii, but your shoes get so damn hot that you don't want to wear them anymore.
You're not going to be close to the. You're not even going to be close to the lava.
No.
Yeah.
Here in the summertime, trying to walk on the beach in bare feet up here, you'll freaking scorch your feet. So yeah, lava, no.
Yeah. And then they both die.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So-
just like, why? Why would you do this?
And why does the witch only use her magic power to escape? The only time
Right.
she uses magic is to get some wind to blow. What the hell is that?
Yeah. The whole. Again, there were so many. It could have been, but it's just I didn't know where the story and the Nicole Kidman, which Nicole you see her at the very beginning of the movie, and then you don't see her for long stretches of the movie until near the end, and then she ends up being crazy about all she wants to do is stay in power, and she'll do anything to stay in power, and even to basically do her son. I was like, what the hell is this? And so. Yeah, I was, not enough of the fighting, not enough of the Viking.
The guy that got his nose cut off was kind of cool. That part was kind of cool.
Yeah.
When he puts the sword right through his nose.
Yeah. Well, that's at the end, but when he cut it off as a kid, he cut it off. So. All right, so let's go ahead. We're at 24 movies. We're getting there. So play or pass. All right. I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said we're almost there.
Yep. So play or pass for this. And also, I always feel sorry for the horses. It ain't the horse's fault that you died.
Right.
But the horse got to die too? Come on now.
Yeah, right.
Me and the animals. All right, so play or pass for the Northman.
It was a big pass for me.
Big, super. No. It's a pass.
Okay.
Pass.
Okay. I give it
I'm
a
a
pass.
pass.
I wasn't.
I'm a pass.
It wasn't what I was wanting.
We don't even have any plays after, do we?
All right.
I don't think so. It was not a good movie.
It was overrated. Overrated.
Oh yeah. Overrated. All right. So
All right.
I think we got spoiled with the Vikings first. You know.
Yeah.
all right. Our next movie.
What the hell was
Is that
that?
a Candy Crush?
I know, right?
Is that
Charles?
Alvin said
No,
that he
that's
was
Charles.
watching, or Charles says that he was watching, playing Candy Crush during that movie.
No, I'm not.
So the pilot, I have not watched the pilot.
Yeah.
I did.
Anybody watch the
I
pilot?
watched the pilot.
39 people voted.
Wow.
All right.
49?
Thoughts?
Oh wow.
Thoughts?
I'm trying to remember.
This is about the drone
Exactly.
pilot.
Drone pilot.
Just reading that synopsis would make me
No,
want to
I'm
go
trying to remember.
bed.
I'm trying to remember who was in this.
I don't. This is who you
Can you
got.
scroll down.
You got.
Nobody.
You go.
Nobody is in it.
Jihad. I'm trying to remember the movie. Hold, let me look at my notes here.
This is
What did I write?
because it says in
Story,
here a
war
drone
fighting,
pilot
stuff.
and
What-
Molly.
Oh yeah,
my
yeah. I
daughter
gotta
kidnapped.
tell you, the fighting, the warplane fighting scenes in this were great. I really, really thought that was really done well. I'm trying to remember the story. I can't remember it for the life of me. But I wrote down it was a good story. It was a biography. This thing.
Mm.
Why? Can you like show some of the pictures? Have any pictures?
Let's see. You want one of the six? The six
Yeah,
photos
yeah,
of this movie?
Yeah, so I can. I'm trying to. Wow, why can't I remember
Yeah. Well.
which one this was?
This is not the same movie.
No, I'm trying
Some
to
about
see if it is.
his wife and daughter were kidnapped by terrorists.
No.
No.
They will be executed
The-
if he
the
does
pilot-
derail
no,
the capture.
maybe that's not the right one.
Not the right one.
The pilot. It's the pilot.
This is 2022. The pilot.
The
No,
pilot.
that says
That-
pilot
that's
on
in
there.
French.
That's
Yeah,
in
that one's
French.
in French. That one's in.
But no,
Oh, yeah,
Here's
yeah,
the
yeah.
cover. So, all right. Well, so is this a play or pass?
Uh,
For me, it was a play.
5.9. Because I had it as a 5.9 and it's showing
Right
a
here.
6.4. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at your sheet, but that doesn't
Yeah.
mean the 5.9 when you made the sheet.
when I made the sheet, right? And it's saying it went up, and I'm looking at that picture, and it's not. I'm
Not
not
the movie.
remembering a thing.
No. That's not the movie.
I don't think. Can you just try typing in the pilot again and see if there was another one? Because I think there were two. There's a colon in there.
Wait, how
No,
do you got that?
okay, yeah, there you go. Choice of survival. Yeah, what was that first one?
This one, the Battle of Survival.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is
Yeah, I
this the
think
one
that
you
one's
watched?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if this one here says 2021.
That's it.
During a mission
yeah,
in World War
warplanes.
II.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Now I remember it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. This is definitely different movie. This one here, like I said, great. The scenes from the air were absolutely incredible.
Mhm.
It was a biography. There were a bunch of different pilots. They were from Russia, and they had they lost limbs, and these guys would still go back up and fly.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a really good movie. I liked it. I really did. That's why I was so lost looking at those other pictures. I'm like, this because I wrote down that it was a good story, and the plane fights were great.
So is this a Russian-made movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the names.
Yeah. They were.
Yeah, but Alvin, did you watch all the credits at the end?
Yeah.
You know, they showed you all the people and
All the
what
guys.
accidents they had, and when you went back and how they fought.
And they fought. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good watch if anyone is into the war stuff. I say you go back and watch it.
Okay.
A lot of great stuff to
Cinematography was great in this one.
Yeah, it was. It really was.
All right. So,
Yeah.
you two giving it plays?
A play. I'm gonna
play
give it
for
a
you?
play.
Mine's a play.
Okay. Anybody out there?
I give it. As a matter of fact, I give this one a super play.
Yeah.
Leon gave it 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the one was the best of the 24 movies you could have watched. He's right.
Wow.
Right.
All right. I might have to go back and watch this one then. Okay.
Yeah,
the pilot. Make sure you get the right one.
Yeah.
Do a
It's the
search.
one from
A Battle for Survival.
21. And that one
2021.
But
Yep.
no, but I know what you're saying, but mine had I had it at a 5.9. This one is now showing at 6.
Yeah,
but it was I know that could be the original title, but it was that whoever's gonna watch it, if you're gonna watch it, make sure you're looking at the one about with the Russian soldiers.
Okay.
But I thought it was maybe it came out here on 5/10/22.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay.
So we got that. The next movie we have The Takedown.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, this has got some French in it. We know who watched this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. Well, as a matter of fact, I watched it twice. The first one I watched in English. I watched it in French. And just to check how the translation was made.
Yep.
And the translation in English sucks.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I
watched it.
I always
think it was dubbed.
English sub, you can't. There's certain phrases and certain sentences you can't really translate. It has a different meaning in French than it does in English.
Right?
But I like this movie.
Okay, you liked it, Alvin?
I gotta say the views from the Alps were absolutely gorgeous. Where I just wanted to book a flight to go because it was absolutely gorgeous there. It's a French. I guess you could call it their comedy, which I guess it just doesn't translate the same. But it was like a cop action like you would see
like Rush Hour or something like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Getting two cops together and have them go back and forth. It was a good little watch. I guess. I give it a soft play, and I don't say that often. It's a soft play to me because I know what they're trying to say isn't really what's being said because it's a Netflix, dub type thing. You know what I mean? And I guess that's what.
But I like the actor because I watched this. He has a series called Lupin, and I like that. That's a very good series.
Cool. What series is
Lupin?
Lupin. Oh, he's in Lupin. Okay.
Lupin.
All right.
He's a damn good actor.
All right, so you guys both give it plays. The next movie we've got is
Titanic.
Titanic.
Anybody else out there vote on that or not? The Takedown is not a bad movie. Was a bit of fun. Okay. All right. Thanks, Leon.
Thank you, Leon. Look at Leon needs to be on the show. He seems to watch a lot of things.
Well, I want to really give him a shout out because it's morning to him right now. It's like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning to him. Yeah. And I want to thank you again, Leon. It takes a lot to get up for us.
And have to look at us first thing in the morning.
Right.
Yeah, first thing in the morning to look at us.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, you know, but you know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Titanic 666, a negative on that. I did not
You
watch
could
it.
not
Oh.
pay me enough to watch that piece of
Oh
shit.
no, listen, guys. Let me tell you something.
Oh
This
God.
movie, no, this movie, I want to be able to do in big screen as
A riff
a
track?
rip track. Yes, yes.
Okay.
We definitely need to do this movie as a rip track
And so for
because
folks that don't know Riff Tract, Mystery Science Theater 3000, where basically you watch a movie and you rip it apart. You make
oh
fun of it as
oh
the movie goes. You'll
oh
put in your
man
own dialogue as the
uh
actors, and just you're basically making fun of it. And actually,
oh
movies, really bad movies, can be fun if
oh
you're with
yeah
some
Yep.
people and you watch these kind of things and you're making fun, cracking jokes the whole time. I mean, we do that when we're
hmm
watching sporting events. I mean,
yeah
sometimes, and it makes things a lot more fun. So you want to do this as a riff track. So it would be a bad movie
yeah
by itself, but maybe as a riff track, you want to do this as a Mystery
yeah
Science Theater 3000 or a riff track movie.
it
Okay.
was it was you know a definite must for that. It's a horror flick. I really normally don't do horror flicks, but this one was it was Titanic, and it was just to just to make fun of these characters will be so much fun. It's like taking a big ship in the ocean and taking the cast from the Love Boat and throwing them on making it a horror. It was so bad it was great.
Okay.
Really, really.
So you're going to give it a pass
Oh,
normally.
definitely pass.
It's a
Yeah,
pass. Okay. So we
it's a
got one
pass.
last one because
Yeah,
we've been a while here.
yeah. I'm
Um,
sorry.
no, Unplugged. I
Yeah.
almost watched this a couple times. I got
It's
Oh,
close.
bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Come on, it's Eva Longoria.
She's beautiful, and she's got to be
Yes.
50 years old and still beautiful. So kudos for that. But this movie was bad.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The script was god awful. I don't even know what the hell most of it was about.
Yeah.
And the man and wife, Eva and whoever that guy is, had
Matt Walsh.
zero
Mhm.
chemistry. No
Yeah.
chemistry whatsoever.
Hmm. But I gotta say that the movie does show us how people just don't put their phones down. How they
Yeah,
can't
I
live without
guess.
their phones.
I
On
guess.
that side of the movie, that's why I liked it. I guess compared to me just finished watching Titanic, because I did watch these in order, and that's why I think I like that.
Well,
It was
this was the last of the comedies I watched because I did watch all the comedies in order as
in
well.
order. Yeah.
And it was just as unfunny as the other ones. Maybe
Uh-huh.
even more unfunny.
Yeah.
Okay, so unplugging. You're both gonna give these passes.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give it a play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm giving it a play. It was, uh, I think that for people of a certain age, for them to see how, you know, older people, how they get addicted to their phones even.
hmm
It's bad enough to watch kids do it, but to see adults how they're, can't live without their phones. I I think that they should look at this and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I can do that in life. Let me try to give up the phone for a weekend
yeah.
and
Well,
see.
when I went on a cruise, I
Hmm.
gave it up because I wasn't willing to pay for that Wi-Fi on the boat. So when I went on a cruise, it was like, no, I turned my phone off,
I,
and
I
it's
got an
actually
app for
very,
that. Remind me, I got an app for that.
it's actually very, it's very freeing to not have to. You
Not
don't have
have
to
it.
check
Yeah,
nothing. You
yeah.
just doing whatever you're doing, and yeah, you don't realize until you turn it off in your place where you can't use it how much
Hmm.
you do use it, and it is
Yeah.
nice. So unplugging, so a play in the past. All right, so we'll start. I'm gonna go through and throw this Let me ditch that screen and grab. Is this the 19?
Oh wait, well, I gotta put the wait. That's not that's 18. Let me give
It's
you
18.
19. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so we have another week of a shit ton of movies, and probably most of them maybe not as good as the others. So we're gonna do another free for all, so you'll be able to watch whichever movies you want to watch on the list. Let's see when.
Hold on, I'm taking that.
Yeah, I could have.
Let me get it up there.
You got it.
I got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that should be 19.
yeah, there we go.
That
So
19,
this
I
is
think,
slide
is the-
1.
Yeah.
There's slide 2. And then there's slide 3. So you got three pages of movies again, and take a look at which one of those you want to watch. I haven't seen but just a couple of these so far.
Okay,
So,
I'm getting through. I only have 8 left. So
you know, he ought to get like a Medal of Honor or a Purple Heart or something for some of the movies you go through.
Oh yeah. Just so we know, we have. You want to read them off, or do you
No.
want people to read them
No.
off?
No.
Oh, you don't even want to read them off.
I
Okay.
ain't
Well,
reading them
everyone,
all
just
off.
check your
If
play
they're
it past
watching it after the
and grab
fact,
the
they
file.
can pause the movie or pause their
Yeah.
video to see. If you're in our Telegram group, the thing is in the it's a PDF file that he has posted there. So
Yeah.
plenty
And the names
of
are
movies.
going across on the bottom also.
Yeah. So
you know.
So definitely check out, and so we'll have.
There are a couple family movies there because I know sometimes some of you look for stuff to watch with the family. You know, if you got kids, they're on there.
Yep, Octavia better start now.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to get COVID again so I could be home and watch all these movies.
I am not going to watch every comedy this week because there's too damn many of them.
Yeah.
Well, you already watched Jackass, right?
I haven't watched it yet.
See, this is
you
now.
didn't
Right,
watch
so
it 4.5?
I'm a little bit
Not yet.
confused because I've seen Jackass Forever, and then they came out with Jackass 4.5.
4. Yeah, 4.5. Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Some of the skits look the same just from the preview, but I guess I'll watch it.
You have to watch it if you like the Jackass stuff. You have to watch the 4.5.
I'll probably go back and watch it.
I watched it last night, and they had me in tears because they were doing a lot of the other outtake stuff that didn't get to make it.
Yeah.
You know, and oh my god, you know they're too much. These guys are too much. I don't know how they do. Yeah, it's oh my gosh.
So all right, so we got that. So next week it'll be another player. You can pick which movies you want to watch a part of this 24, and we'll try to do this the best we can. Maybe we can make it a little bit shorter next week, not quite 2 hours long. So we'll do what we can on next week's but plenty of movies for you to pick. You're not forced to watch in any one particular one. So thanks to everybody for joining. We're going to jump off of here. Look at Leon's already watched one.
Yeah, I think there was just one thing I thought I wanted to get across to everyone quickly. We have time for that or not?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Just quickly, there's going to be a Scooby-Doo 3, and what was the other thing there? The Rookie Feds is going to be coming out Tuesdays on ABC. So they're doing a spin-off. For the Rookie, they're doing Rookie Feds with Niecy Nash. Everyone remember in Good Times that picture that that sold for 15 mil at auction.
Yep.
Just so everyone knows, which I thought was just wonderful. And we can everyone I believe knows that. Night Court is coming back. Melissa Run said she loved the cast. John Larroquette is going to be there, so hopefully she does a good job with it. The Ricky Gervais, his new Netflix special, they're starting to slam him also about anti-trans stuff. So
He
watch
don't
it.
care. He don't.
I
care.
know he don't. And Kaylee Cuoco is doing playing a new Hollywood legend. She's going to be playing Doris Day. So if anyone likes her, that'd be good to see. Oh, Jim Carrey. I know we were talking about him last time, but he said he would agree to do play the mask. Yeah, again, but on one condition. He wants to make sure that it's a reputable director. So I guess he's been having problems with the directors, is why he's been looking to, get out of acting. So everyone knows. And some of the other stuff I think I'll put up in the play pass room because I had an issue here and I wanted to see if how everyone felt like with these PG-13 ratings. Are you feeling betrayed by them? Do you feel that that these movies they're not what PG used to be? Does everyone feel like that, or is it just me?
I don't feel any different about him.
I do, because I don't think that they're putting much stuff out as PG. So they're just trying to put it as PG-13 so they can get the PG rating up there. But I feel like they're taking away from us. These movies really suck, and I think it's because they can't do what they really want to do because of the rating system. Yeah, but that's all I'll say for now.
Okay,
I don't
all right. All right, so we got let's see, Free Money. I've went through the movies numerous times. The list is also in the player pass room, which you can join that. The link is down below. You can join it, and it's a PDF file. You can look at it and view it through Telegram. And so we're gonna go ahead and roll out of here so I can eat my dinner. And thanks to everyone on the panel, and thanks to everyone that watched us for 2 hours now as we had to cover 24 movies. And thanks to Alban, who watched every single one of these 24.
No, except one. I didn't watch.
Except for one.
I didn't watch one. I refused to.
So yeah, he didn't watch the Dumbledores, which probably.
It's not a bad movie though.
Yeah, I know, but I need to watch the other two. Otherwise, I would have been completely lost, and I would have been losing my mind on you guys about that movie.
All right, so thanks for everyone watching, and we're going to roll out of here, and we'll see you guys on maybe Friday.
Friday, hopefully.
See ya.
All right.
Wait.